are pointing towards Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving joining forces this summer, when both will be free agents. ESPN's Brian Windhorst reported that Kyrie and Katie's relationship is, quote, as strong as ever. He said they talk and text every day, and during All-Star Weekend, they acted like a middle school couple. That's when Kyrie even started referring to Durant as his best friend. Shannon, what does this tell you?
I don't want to read too much into this. It just tells me that these guys, the days of the 70s and 80s and 90s, Skip, when guys really hated each other, they didn't do this public display of affection for each other. Those days are long gone because a lot of these guys have been playing against each other since they were 9 or 10 years old, AAU. Skip, they team up to go to Zion Williamson went to Duke because R.J. Barrett and Cam Reddish was going to Duke. And he says, you know what, I want to go and compete against that level of competition. So guys have been formulating over the last decade. We see guys going to colleges. Yeah. And now since free agency, since LeBron has made it okay, like, you know what? I don't have to spend my entire career. I can take ownership of my career. I'm big enough. I can move, and I don't need the team's permission to do so. I've always thought Kevin Durant was going to leave Golden State. I never thought that was his permanent home. Kyrie, even after last year, I was like, you know what? There's an 80% chance Kyrie's going to leave. Now I think that's somewhere around 90, 95% chance. But what I think they're doing now, Skip, is just messing with the cameras. I think they see the cameras around and they start yucking it up even more. They go, all of a sudden, because you know this is the thing now, Skip. What you do now, Skip, you see them now, what they do? They put.
Yeah, it's like fueling the fire.
So now, and in the hallway, they catch the cameras looking. Oh, they looking, bro. Let's lean in, pretend like we talking about something. Whatever
they do two maxes.
Yeah, right.
Two maxes.
Yeah.
For me, if they're going to be talking about something serious, Skip, they're talking about that over the phone, or the actual call, or via text. They're not going to be talking about anything like this, right? This, right? What they're doing right now in front of the cameras, that's all for show. That's all to give us something to talk about. But do I think it's a great possibility? I think there's a 70, 75% chance that they end up at the same locale. But I think there's a greater chance that Kyrie's leaving Boston, and an equally great chance that KD's leaving Golden State. But I think what they're doing in front of the cameras, in front of the media, I think that's all for show.
Okay. So Brian Windhorst said on his ESPN podcast that he was talking to somebody with Team LeBron, Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, one of those two probably, don't know for sure, who commented that they're like, that KD and Kyrie have become like a middle school couple. They eat together. They do drills together at practice. I'll rebound for you. You rebound for me. I'll post you up. You post me up. It's like they're going to have a sleepover. They eat together. They went to Miami together after the All-Star Weekend. Kyrie started calling him my best friend. Well, this all this behavior to me is childlike behavior, which tells you that the two best closers in basketball right now, KD and Kyrie, to me, they have joined forces, and they are actually holding two good teams hostage in a way. And in effect, they're holding the whole NBA hostage. Yeah. Right?
Yes.
Because this is heady stuff.
Right.
These two kids, and they still seem kid-like to me.
Is KD 30 yet?
Yes, he's 30.
Turned 30, okay.
Okay, but he's got the big kid in it, right?
He's a kid 30.
He's a kid 30, and Kyrie they're both smart and deep. They're deep thinkers, but they're childlike sometimes. But these two kids, on July 1st, some whim is going to change the whole NBA landscape, right? Because it could be the night before. I don't know what could happen. They're eating together. And they decide, hey, let's go there together. Right. Oh, that sounds good. Let's go there. Well, it feels like it's going to be on a whim on July 1st or the last day of June, that they'll just decide, let's do that. So you and I know a source who told us, 3-4 weeks ago, that KD, Kyrie are coming to join LeBron. That's heady stuff. I'd love to see that.
Sure.
And that same source recently suggested that now it sounds like KD is leaning towards staying in Golden State. Okay. So what? I don't know. Tomorrow they'll be leaning this way. They'll be leaning that way.
Because each of these guys are their own man. Yeah. And you never know what one of them's going to do, Skip. Because I don't think anybody thought. So everybody said, yeah, we saw this coming, but Kyrie wanting out after all of a sudden after going to the three straight finals.
Yep.
And then, everybody thought it was going to be a honeymoon period, and now it seems that he's dampened on Boston. For KD to do what he did at the very beginning, to leave OKC and go to Golden State, he's telling you, I don't give a bleep what y'all think.
True.
I'm going to do what KD want to do.
True.
I don't care what you say. Call me Saul, call me whatever. But when it's all said and done, you're probably going to call me a 3-time champ with a 3-time finals MVP. That's what you're going to call me.
Yeah.
And so he's made, he's set. So he has the luxury of going wherever. The big domino is KD. Once KD moves, you'll know it's going to be a frenzy after that, because now everybody's going to want to arrange a meeting with Kyrie or Kawhi and the Jimmy Butlers. Clay, well, if KD leaves, they're going to max Clay out. Clay's not going anywhere. You can ill afford to lose both of those guys.
I agree.
So Clay will get maxed out. But once KD determines where he goes, all hell will break loose.
Yep. That used to be LeBron.
Yes.
He would set the whole NBA landscape.
Right.
And now it's KD's turn.
It'd have been interesting, Skip. Let's just say, for the sake of argument, I don't know if the Lakers would have done this. Let's say LeBron signs a 1-year deal with the Lakers, and now he's a free agent this year. So now you got LeBron, you got KD, you got Kawhi, you got Kyrie, Jimmy Butler. What's going down, Skip?
I'm surprised LeBron didn't do that.
I think I think he wanted a commitment, because everybody said, because he's not committed. I think he wanted to give the commitment. I believe he trusts Jeannie Buss. I believe he trusts Magic Johnson and Rob Pelinka. He never trusted that snake, Dan Gilbert. Well, he couldn't have been too much of a snake, because you went back and joined up with him. So with that being said, I just think that he has the utmost trust in Rob, Magic, and Jeannie Buss, and he says, you know what? I'm willing to give you a 3-year plus an option, which means I'm going to be here for 4 years. So I think that's where he is in that situation. But it's been very interesting.
Still smacks of semi-retirement to me, where he said, I just want a cushion. I want to go somewhere where I know I can finish there.
Skip, that man playing like that. They had to fight the man to get him to sit down. You see, what you see? I try to, you know what, Skip? I try to go part of the way with you. I walk half the way with you, and it's not good enough. You just got to go to it's semi-retirement. The man is
felt like it to me. It felt like chasing Michael B. Jordan.
It felt like it felt like it the last 2 months, because they were been out of the playoffs.
Yep.
But before that, you didn't think that.
Which brings me to my conclusion. There's only one way out of this for LeBron James. I'm going to say it again. These two kids need to decide on July 1st, let's go help LeBron win a championship. That would do it. That's the only case closed.
I think we can do it if we get that ping pong ball with Zion Williamson's name on it.
And just trade him straight up for AD?
And True Holiday.
Both?
Yes. You want him? Do you want him, Pelicans? Yes or no? And we might dangle him over your head like y'all did AD to us. Put all our business out there in the street, and they'll upset our locker room.
I would give you a chance if you could keep those two and some of your kids, like all your kids.
No. We can't keep all of them, kid. Yeah, we got to move some, because we got to get some pieces that's going to fit. We got to get some shooters. We're going to put some shooters around AD and Bron.
I just don't know if AD is enough, but KD and Kyrie would be way.
Man, the NBA ain't going to let that happen.
Why wouldn't they? They can't stop that.
Skip.
It's not a trade. It's free agency.
No, they're not going to let that happen, Skip.
Why not?
Skip,
they can't stop that.
They're not going to let the #1 and possibly #3 free agent go join LeBron in L.A. They're not going to let that happen.
Okay, what's he going to do? No?
Yeah. Ask Chris Paul trade what they do.
But that was a trade.
Yeah.
And again, that was when the NBA was running the Pelicans.
The new rules now, you can re-sign with your team for $300 million instead of $250.
Right.
They'll find a way around it. They're not gonna let that happen.
Well, why not? Don't you want to see it happen?
I would love to see that happen.
Or do you feel like it would give too much of an excuse to LeBron? He needed that.
No, because you would say, he's the third wheel. LeBron could be averaging 30, 8, and 5, and KD be averaging 26, 5, and 7, and Kyrie averaging 24, and LeBron the third wheel.
And every last 2 minutes of every game, those two would have the ball in their hands, saying, you got this? No, I got this.
No, LeBron gonna have the ball in his hand, and he always gonna make the right decision.
How good would it be? How great would they be? KD, Kyrie, LeBron in Los Angeles as Lakers. What would happen? There's no KD in Golden State anymore.
I'll be in every game.
Huh? You'd be at every
would
game.
not.
I'll be at every game. Oh, that'd
Did
be
you go to one this year?
I didn't.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what?
Got to get out more.
That would be almost as big as the Cleveland Browns.
Almost.
Right?
Almost.
Let them tell it. Oh,
I
Well,
know.
speaking of that,
that would be an iconic press
That would be
conference.
iconic.
Or if they said not one, not two, not three.
That's true.
Those are press conferences people remember, Skip.
it is
You sitting up there talking about, yeah, we spoke this into existence.
Yep.
I screamed. I cried.
Would probably.
I cried to him, too. I cried to John Dorsey, too. I was just crying all over the...
I cried to Magic Johnson. I cried to Jeannie Buss.
LeBron told Odell that he couldn't stay in his home in Ohio. But hey, will Odell miss playing in New York? We'll discuss